Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ashish and I'm a junior doctor working in the UK. In today's video, I want to talk to you about something interesting. So when we are in India and we are working as a doctor, we have a set of ideas which we get from people around us. And I've had such ideas as well. And I've had a huge change in that mindset when I came to the UK. And that's what I'll be talking about in this video. Please support this channel by clicking on the like button, sharing this video, and subscribing to the channel. The first belief was that some specialties are better than others. A lot of my friends and my hospital colleagues used to believe that some specialties like surgery or medicine, they were far superior than other specialties like anatomy, physiology, or forensic medicine. And people used to say that if you score very high in the Indian PG exam, you should opt these specialties and you should never go for specialties like anatomy, physiology, because these are just specialties for losers and they are just taken by people who don't score very high in the exam and things like that. And there was a huge status signaling among the specialties which you picked. So if you talk to people, they'll be like, oh, he's a surgeon, or oh, he's training to become a cardiologist. But if they see a person who's doing their PG in anatomy, they'll be like, oh, he's just doing anatomy, oh, what a loser, and things like that. And I've heard that a lot, and I was like, what are people doing here? So there was this amazing incident which happened with me, and then I realized that this was not the idea just among the doctors, but this was the idea amongst other non-medical people as well. So I was traveling by train once. I was coming to Delhi from my hometown, and I met this gentleman and he asked me what specialty I want to pursue on further, and I was like, I'm not sure, but maybe I'll go for pathology because it's very research oriented. And he was like, oh, you should never go for pathology, you should become a neurosurgeon or you should become a neurologist, because they are the real doctors and they are the most respected doctors, and you should never take up all other specialties because all these doctors don't do anything. And I was like, oh, this is not true. And I realized that there was this huge status game which was being played, and everyone was trying to go for all these specialties which people in the society used to believe that they were far more superior. So when I came to the UK, this mindset totally changed, because all these specialties, they were respected equally, and no one used to believe that some specialties are superior than others, and people used to opt for these specialties according to their personal goals. And if someone believed that they wanted a very good work-life balance, then they will go for general practice rather than going for medicine, which maybe cannot provide a good work-life balance according to their personal needs. So it was like this in this country. I also came across this wonderful book which is called The Joys of Compounding by Gautam Baid. And there's an amazing paragraph in this book which says that mixing up ambition and genuine interest is a common phenomenon. Because of societal constraints, we never truly experience freedom. Hence what we perceive as interest is often distorted by society's expectations and becomes what we think we should become out of a fear based on beliefs rather than genuine interest. And this was really shocking to me, and this book is a highly recommended one. If you want to read more about ideas from Gautam Baid, you should go for this book and read this book. The next one was that you have to climb the ladder quickly. And back in my home country, people used to believe that you should try to get into the PG program as soon as possible, and then you should try to finish it as quickly as possible, and you should just try to become a consultant as soon as possible so that you can achieve that status level, that respect. And they believe that they'll have some kind of happiness once they become a consultant. But I've known a lot of consultants, I've known a lot of senior doctors, and I've realized that there is no such thing as reaching that level of respect or reaching that level of happiness, and it's just some false beliefs which are spread amongst people. So when I came to the UK, I realized that things were not like that here, and a lot of people who were quite old and they were quite experienced, they used to work as junior doctors, because even at junior doctor level they get paid really well, and they can afford most of the things. They can afford to live a very good quality of life, and there was no rush to climb this ladder, no rush to go from a junior doctor to the senior doctor level as quickly as possible. And people take their time, they try to become more competent rather than just rushing towards becoming a senior doctor and taking decisions which are out of their circle of competence. So this belief changed for me as well. The next one is that if you have trained in a specialty, you should stick to it. And there's this huge belief that if you have trained in a specialty and if you go for some other specialty in the future, then the things which you have done in the past, it's just a waste of time. So rather than wasting time, you should do things which you don't really like, but because you have done it for like the past 3-4 years, you should keep doing it for your whole life. And I don't know how people can believe this, but there's a huge number of doctors and other people who believe in this idea that you should stick to things. When I came to the UK, people here are very different. They try to know what they really like, so they can jump careers. They'll go for law, then they'll go for medicine, and if they think that maybe medicine is not for them, they will go for some other degree. They'll become a non-clinical person, they'll just go into research or teaching. So people are far more open-minded, and there's this belief in other countries like India that you should stick to specialties, and I don't think anyone believes in this here. And I was going through this amazing podcast which is between Naval Ravikant and Joe Rogan, and this is a highly recommended podcast on YouTube. And Naval talks about this phenomena that if someone is climbing a mountain and if they reach up to the half of the mountain height, it is very difficult for them to climb down and start climbing on some other mountain, because they just think that all their efforts which they have taken, they will be just waste of time and people will really mock them. But I don't think that really happens, and you should try to do things which you really like rather than what other people want you to do. The next idea was that once you become a consultant, you will easily become a millionaire, and there will be this huge inflow of money, and you'll never have to worry about money problems ever again. And even I used to believe that in the second year of my medical college, and this idea shattered completely when I read this book called Rich Dad's Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this book, Robert talks about 4 ways in which money can be made. So on the left side there is E and S. E is employee, S is self-employed. Then on the right side there is business, and I is investment or becoming an investor. A lot of people who are doctors, they are in the E quadrant because they are employees, they are working for a hospital. And people believe that once they become consultants, they will just move on to open up their private practice, and once they do that, they'll just become millionaires. But it doesn't work like that, because once you move from E to S, S is the self-employed quadrant, you'll be working quite a lot, and the day you stop working, the money stops coming in. So you don't realize that it's just your time which is being exchanged for money. And if you really want to become a millionaire, the left hand side of this quadrant just won't work. So a lot of people who go into medicine, if you're thinking that medicine will just give you some magical tool to become a millionaire, then you're just disillusioned. You should go for medicine for the genuine interest rather than an idea that maybe after becoming a consultant you'll become a millionaire or someone. Medicine is a very good specialty and it pays you well, but it pays you well to the level that you can lead a very good, comfortable life. But in order to become a millionaire or billionaire, you'll have to just jump on the other side of this quadrant, which is opening up a business or going for investments. And going from E to S quadrant, which is going from employed to becoming self-employed, just won't work for you. So this is a highly recommended read. You should read through whole of this book. Then you should also consider reading Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. These are amazing books. You should read about personal finance if you have any such beliefs that becoming a consultant in medicine will make you a millionaire, and you will have a really good time if you can work around this belief. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope that this video changed your mindset a bit. Try going through this video again. Try to read all the resources which I have talked about in this video, and these will really help you out in becoming a more wise person and a good doctor. If you want to support this channel, please click on the like button, share this video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching.